*276 *276. You can download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has released the result of its sixth examination conducted for candidates affected by the technical error during the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. In a statement released by its public communication advisor, Fabian Benjamin, the board announced the result, revealing that out of the 336,845 candidates rescheduled for the examination, 21,082 were absent. He said no explanation was provided for the high number of absentees. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency NIMET has forecast sunshine and cloudiness across the country from Sunday to Tuesday. NIMET's weather outlook released in Abuja expected sunny skies with patches of cloud on Sunday with chances of morning thunderstorm over parts of Taraba State in the northern region. The agency predicted thunderstorms over parts of Sokoto, Kebbi, Kaduna, Taraba, Bauchi, Zamfara, and Adamawa State later in the day. The Lagos State government has approved the advancement of local government staff who hold the diploma certificate in local government administration to level 12. A development announced by the chairman of the Local Government Service Commission, Honorable Kamal Ayinde Bayewu. The diploma program is coordinated jointly by Lagos State University, LASO, and the Public Service Staff Development Center. Bayewu revealed this during a walk-in visit to Somolu local government area, stressing that the recognition removes barrier to career progression for local government employees. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has reiterated that the reforms being executed by his administration are already yielding positive results, which are becoming noticeable to Nigerians. The president noted that despite the economic downturn faced by the country, at the inception of his administration, steps had been taken to fix the challenges. President Tinubu stated this during the 35th convocation ceremony of Adeyemi Federal University of Education, Ondo City, Ondo State, represented by the Vice Chancellor of Obafemi Awolowo University, Professor Adebayo Bamire. He assured Nigerians that the university and other tertiary institutions have been factored into the plans for more funding in order to equip them to compete favorably with others globally. The People's Democratic Party Special Reconciliation Committee, chaired by the former President of the Senate, Dr. Bukola Saraki, met with Governor Peter Mbah of Enugu State, who is also the leader of the party in the Southeast Zone. It was reported that at the meeting, which held behind closed doors at the Enugu State Government House, was part of the effort to stem the tide of the factions rocking the party. Other members of the committee at the meeting were former Governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Syriac Dixon, and former Governor of Gombe State, Dr. Ibrahim Dakwambo. The federal government will on May 29, 2025 unveil 3 new cancer centers in the first phase of 10 new cancer centers nationwide. The coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohamedou Pate, said this in a broadcast message in Abuja. A party unveiled 3 brand new cancer centers set for May 29 commissioning in first phase of 10 new cancer centers nationwide. A party emphasized that launch of the cancer care is the largest investment in cancer care in its history and with West Africa in collaboration with the Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority. Governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Nba, has constituted the Enugu State Human Development Council, stressing that human capital remains the true wealth of any nation. The council, which has the Deputy Governor, Barrister Peter Osai, as the chairman, comprises several members of the State Executive Council, heads of MDAs, and representatives of the legislature, local government, traditional institutions, the church, and civil society. Inaugurating the council at the Government House, Nba said the setting up of the council was in line with the premium which his administration placed on human capital development. He therefore urged members to brace up for the task ahead. The Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma has called on the Nigerian Police Force and Department of State Service to intensify the investigation of suspected hackers of the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, their websites, which experienced glitches in its last Unified Tertiary Matriculation Board examination, which affected the result of more than 370,000 students, mostly from the southeast. The police and the DSS announced the arrest of 20 suspects over the hacking of the 2025 computer-based test of the UTME examination. The suspects were said to have compromised for a fee the JAMB website, resulting in the coerce experienced by the examination board and the subsequent trauma for parents and students. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund says over 550,000 loan applications were received in 1 year. The fund made this known in a statement to mark 1 year since its launch on May 24, 2024. The implementation of the student loan scheme is President Bola Tinubu's flagship project in the education sector. Barely a month after his inauguration as president, Tinubu signed the Access to Higher Education Act, which creates a legal framework for granting loans to indigent or low-income Nigerians to facilitate the payment of their fees in Nigerian tertiary institutions. Before any meaningful conversation begins in Igbo land, one sacred item must be presented: the kola nut, known as Oji Igbo. It symbolizes peace, respect, and hospitality, and carries deep cultural and spiritual meaning. Our correspondent, Amarachi Ibe, visited Avu Autonomous Community in Owerri West, where elders perform the traditional kola nut ritual and share insight into its significance. Here is her report.
In Igbo land, kola is very, very important to our what? Visitors. This is what we use in order to receive our visitors with a good word, mind, to show that we are happy.
At the heart of every Igbo gathering lies a sacred ritual, the presentation and breaking of kola nut, known as Iwoji. This tradition unites families, honors visitors, and invites blessings. In our autonomous community, the ritual remains strong. Here, community elders gathered at the home of Okenze Nathan and Nadi to perform the ancient rites of Iwoji, the breaking of kola nut. The ritual is deeply symbolic. The kola nut is never cut with a knife, but broken by hand, and by only an elder or a titled man. Once blessed, it is shared according to age and status. In most cases, a younger man distributes the pieces to those present. The sharing of kola nut follows age and rank, a teaching tool for respect and community structure. Women do not perform the breaking. in line with the long-standing customs.
Yes, according to our tradition yes. Oji, that is kola, the native kola, precisely, have significant understandings. Like the one that I'm holding here is about 5 pieces. When you break it, it signifies numerous delivering of children.
They differentiate the kola nut within the Igbo kola nut and that of the Oji Goro. We call it Goro by name. Now, Oji Igbo, normally we use hand in breaking it. We don't use any object in breaking it because it has its own separation. When you separate it, it identifies itself, the male side of it and the female side of the kola nut.
There are concerns that the younger generation may forget its meaning. Elder Wadiegwu Amadi has this to say.
From the elders, because we now, as elders, we were youths before and we are now elders. We learned from our elders. That is why we have something to tell them. They should learn, otherwise they will grow without our tradition.
From ancient time till today, Oji Igbo remains a living tradition, a symbol of identity and togetherness among the Igbo nation. As they say, the kola nut does not understand any other language apart from Igbo language. From our autonomous community, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
You're watching the live broadcast of Midday News. When Midday News returns, Onyedika's Bajan Club Brugge chased double in League the Cider. Details coming shortly, plus foreign and business stories on the other side of this break. Stay with us.
Do you know that global television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch global television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to global television.
Welcome back from that break. Let's quickly take you to the world of business, where the chairman of Mojek, Mojisola Abdul, has commended President Bola Tinubu's Nigerian first policy, which bans the importation of products that could be produced locally. In a statement, Abdul described the policy as a bold and visionary move that signals a new dawn for Nigerians' industrial and economic advancement. Speaking on the policy, which prioritizes the patronage of locally manufactured goods and services, specifically in government procurement, Abdul stated that President Tinubu's Nigerian First policy is a strategic and formative initiative that will unlock the vast potential of Nigerian industry. Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, that is SERAP, has filed a lawsuit against the Central Bank of Nigeria, that is CBN, over the failure to disclose the details of any direct payment to the 774 local government councils in Nigeria, including the amount sent to each council. SERAP's suit followed a landmark judgment by the Supreme Court last July, which held that allocations from the federal account with the Central Bank of Nigeria must be paid directly to democratically elected local government council, and that no governor has the power to keep, control, or use the money meant for the councils. And on the foreign scene, rescuers in Gaza said 6 people were killed and several more wounded in pro-Israeli airstrike in the north and center of the Palestinian territory on Sunday morning. A civil defense spokesman, Mahmoud Basal, said 5 people were killed in a strike on a home in Jabaila in the north, and another person was killed in a drone strike on tent sheltering places, people west of Nusrat in central Gaza. The Israeli military has stepped up its Gaza operation in recent days in what it has described as renewed push to destroy Hamas. Russia has intensified strike on Ukraine with the highest number of drones and missile launch in a single night yet. Ukrainian officials say at least 12 people, including 3 children, were killed and dozens injured. The attack was the second large-scale assault on the country in 48 hours, coming a day after the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv, suffered one of the highest assaults since the start of the Russian invasion. The number of cases of mpox registered in Syria alone since the beginning of the year has hit 3,011, with 14 dead of the disease, according to new government data. All of the region in the West African country have now registered cases, according to the latest Health Ministry figures released late Friday. The new figure marks a nearly 50% rise in registered cases since the previous update 10 days ago on May 13, when 2,045 cases and 11 fatalities were registered since the start of the year. And now from the world of sport, Rafael Onyedika, Club Brugge, will aim to compete a domestic double in Belgium today. The holders will host Royal Antwerp in their final game of the championship playoff at the Jan Breydel Stadium. Brugge needs to win the game to stand a chance of winning a second consecutive title. The stage is set for the Premier League final day clash between Nottingham Forest and Chelsea on Sunday evening. Nottingham Forest welcomes the Blues at City Ground as both teams battle for a top 5 finish on the last day of the Premier League matchday 38 fixtures. The last time both teams met was last year in the reverse fixture. And that's it on Global TV Midday News. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. You kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using @Global TV NG. You can also download the Global TV Nigerian app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. I am Ramsey Enoch Agbo. Thank you for watching.